Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the A.D.K channel. We've got a special video for you today. Hope you enjoy it. I'm sure we will. Let's go check it out.
Set the reminder to witness the next genocide. Crawl on your hands and your knees and stare into the light. You will look, but you will never discern truth from lie. Give us money and sex and death. Give us money and sex and death.
Okay.
Oh, fuck was
Where do we
that?
go with that one? Anyone want to guess the name of the band? If it is a band or if it's just a bloke, I don't know.
Or a woman or a non-binary person.
So it's Psyclon 9, and the song is Money and Sex and Death.
No, was it?
Yeah, did you not get that?
Cyclone what? What are they called, Dave? Cyclone what? Oh, Cyclone 9.
Cyclon 9. What would you say? Industrial black metal? Kind of weird.
Yeah,
It's definitely industrial.
Yeah, probably industrial black metal, a bit of EBM and even darkwave in there. But
Yeah,
I think
it was a weird mix. There was no guitars though. That's the thing. I was expecting like when the chorus kicked in and he started screaming. Yeah, they brought some synths in, and the drums got a little bit heavier, but there was no actual like chuggy guitars or like big, which would have been nice to actually have had that to elevate it even further. But Don't know what, Andy. You seem suitably impressed by it.
We'll say that as strong a term as that. Oh, yes, I'll put down industrial, electro, GGFH style. You know, we read recently. You know, you're right. I was sort of so engrossed. I didn't really notice there wasn't any guitars. But you're absolutely right. Of course there wasn't. Which this style of music obviously doesn't have. Was "Fuck Your God" mentioned as well in the verse? Well, they sort of perhaps a more extreme version of Marilyn Manson's obviously an influence there. Not that I know much about that particular artist. I thought the intro would develop more into a song. I was expecting that sort of electronic intro, and then perhaps a more conventional sort of metal song kicking in with guitars, but obviously it didn't. So that was kind of something that was sort of noteworthy, in as much as something different from what we usually listen to. The video needed more, because it's basically corridor, go, crow, corridor, go, crow.
That's their next song.
Guy outside with the drum, then back to the other three. It's just different, isn't it? Need sort of another listen or another track to sort of really get my head around it, but I wouldn't be adverse to sort of checking it out further. I wasn't suitably impressed, but I wasn't discouraged or put off at all. That was, it was interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Something to explore further.
What do you reckon, Kirk?
The one thing that I get from that is they're deliberately trying to use trap beats, aren't they, in there as well? So when we say industrial, it's not influenced by your likes of Skinny Puppy or Ministry or GGFH. They're not using really heavy snares, are they? It was interesting what they did. You said there's no guitars. They almost played this. He almost played the synths like a guitar, didn't he? They were playing almost like tremolo note patterns. Visually, I was enthralled for the first minute, and terrified as well. It reminded me of when the girl comes out of the television, in that film, The Ring.
Yeah.
Just reminded me of that. You're right. Definite. They definitely wanted to bring in black metal into that mix, didn't they, as well? I don't think it was too successful. I've heard it a few times done like that, where they want to retain the sharp electronic beats, and then they want to bring in that aggression. And I'm not a fan of that distorted rasping, that singing. Do you know what they're doing in that harsh part? There is no effort needed for that. You're basically just turning the volume up to maximum on your microphone, loads of reverb, and it sounds like you're really projecting it through your lungs. You're not at all. So I'm not too impressed by that. And I only seem to hear that in industrial music, where they go for that. It's like they're trying to imitate harsh television static, right? And put words in there that you can pick out. It seems to be synonymous with industrial music. And I just think, belt it, go for it. Be more muscular if you're gonna do that. It wasn't a good synergy for me of industrial and black metal. But I would want to listen to an album, because just listen to the chaos of that track. Even though there's a regular beat, there's a lot of pandemonium in there. And I suspect that if this is a one man or one woman project, that they're probably going to be throwing a lot of different genres into there. So it's definitely, I'm intrigued. I don't think that song was anything special, though.
Okay. I'll wrap it up then. So I was struggling to find out what the purpose of that track was, because usually with a song you have something it builds towards. So whether that builds to a middle section or a big chorus or a solo, or it takes you somewhere. This one kind of just was there, then it went heavy for a bit, then it went there, then it went heavy for a bit, then it went there, and it just kind of kept doing this. It never really, when it went, it could be that sort of thing would be great in some creepy horror movie game that you're playing, and it's very atmospheric. It has lots of texture to it. So maybe that's the kind of concept of where you would listen to this, because I'm not sure where I would listen to something like this. It's not like a sort of walking through the countryside listening to like a chill out song on a sunny day. Go and punch a rabbit or something like that. I don't know. But I don't know why I said that. Okay. But
Dave does not advocate for cruelty against animals. Just let people know.
There was this one bit that disappointed me in the song, and that was the mid section where it gets all really quiet, and it came back in, and you were like, it was building. I was like, it's going to drop back into that chorus again. No, it went back to the verse.
Yeah,
I was like, you've just had an opportunity to build, and then go and just scream. Now you went. Sex death. I'm like, whoa, you don't need another verse. Should have come back in with that crazy vocal chorus bit. Then that would have actually given you some form of dynamics. But by just going back into the verse, you're like, oh, we went quiet for a talky bit, and then we'll just go a little bit more, and then we'll go a little bit more again. There was never a massive peak where it kind of, when like a song where something drops, or you get a midsection break and your adrenaline spikes. I never got an adrenaline spike at any point on the song. It was interesting, but there was no kind of excitement factor for me.
But
it was an interesting track enough to make me want to see it more.
You thought there was going to be a climax. I think that's why you were listening intently. I was the same, and then you're right. It was a bit flat, wasn't it? In the end, didn't go anywhere.
So that echoes what I was saying. There's the intro, and it doesn't go anywhere after that. It just sort of stays. You demonstrated, David, the same level throughout. But let's see what else they've got to offer. But that very, very different from what I'd usually listen to be honest. So
fair enough. There we go. That was Psyclon 9 and Money and Sex and Death. Now, if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.